Alright, here is your virtual delivery guide for the LCI BMW X3 30i. My name is Denver, I'm a client advisor here at Parkview BMW, and I'm going to take you guys through everything you need to know before you take delivery of your brand new X3. This video is designed to share with my customers, but if you're not my customer, thank you guys for watching. If you are my customer, thank you for your purchase, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you on delivery day. I'm going to hop behind the camera and let's get started. Before I touch on the X3 itself, the first thing I want to talk about is your key fob. So this is the new key fob that you will be getting with your BMW. First button is your unlock button. Second button is your lock button. Now you can set it programmed in that your mirrors will automatically fold in. That will be in the iDrive 7. I will provide a full video link to that down below for everything you need to know about that iDrive 7 video, because that is another long video. I'm not going to hop into that. I'm just going to give you the basics of what you need to know before delivery day. The next one is the trunk release button. Press and hold, and your trunk at the back will open up. Next one is the alarm button. Press and hold for 3 seconds, and your alarm will activate. Now, there's one last feature on your key fob. It is your remote engine start. So once you've engaged it in the system, 1, 2, 3, and your remote engine start will activate. You will know because your lights are going to flash, and then you hear the engine start up. If you want to disengage, 1, 2, 3, triple click, and it will also disengage the remote engine start. Now, you can also activate the remote engine start through your My BMW app. Before your delivery period, you will be getting an activation link to activate and download your My BMW app, as well as your connected drive login. Once you've done that, you can then remote engine start from your cell phone. That's personally how I use it most of the time, especially when I'm leaving work and I'm not within range with my key fob. I just go into the app, I click remote engine start, and the time I walk to my car, 15 minutes later, it's nice and warm on the inside. So now I want to touch on a few things on the outside of the vehicle. At the front, the first thing is your active air vents. So behind there are active air vents. You may find that opens at some point. Not to worry, your car just needed a little extra cooling, so it opened into the vents for that. These headlights are adaptive, so you're going to have the automatic high beam function on the inside of the vehicle. Now, your wheels do have tire pressuring monitoring systems on the inside, so you will always know if you get a flat tire or anything you need to be concerned about. It will let you know on the inside. The next thing I want to talk about is comfort door access. So you can walk up to your car, it's locked currently, you put your hand on the inside and it unlocks for you. If you want to lock it, there's 3 ribs right here on your handle. You just go ahead and click and your vehicle locks. Now, with this new vehicle, you also have proximity locking for you. So you engage it in the iDrive system. As you walk away from the vehicle, it'll automatically lock. As you walk towards it, it automatically unlocks. On the outside, I want to touch on is your gas cap. So as long as your vehicle is unlocked, you come over here, press, and it flabs open. Twist to the left, and you have a little resting spot for it right there. Now, with BMWs, we do recommend Shell gasoline, and we do recommend minimum 89 with a recommended 91 octane fuel. Just press that back and it closes. As soon as the vehicle locks, the pin switches and nobody can open it. At the back, for your trunk area, you have 3 ways you can open your trunk. The first one I already showed you through your key fob, press and holding. Second one is through comfort access, where you just wave your foot here and the vehicle will unlock. The third and final way to open it up is through the button right below the BMW logo. Just click that in and it opens up. When you are ready to close it, you can do that one of the 3 ways. So the first one is going to be just through the left button. It will close the door. The right one will close and lock the door. Say you got the last grocery item out of there, you don't need anything else. And the last way is just to wave your foot again, and the vehicle will shut the door. Now, this does come standard with the backup camera. I find sometimes in the winter, it's good to just give it a wipe to clear it out when you get done driving your vehicle. You're also going to have standard proximity sensors. So you'll see these dimples right there on your bumper. Those are your radar sensors to know if anything is around you. So you're going to have them standard at the back and the front. And when you put it into reverse, it will automatically turn on the system and it'll let you know if anything is around you. Now let's touch on a couple things in the trunk before we move into the front. Now you do come standard with your privacy cover. To use this, you just pull out, get it beneath the flaps on this side and push up, and then you have your privacy cover keeping everything hidden. If you want to take this out, say you are loading up some boxes or anything, there is a switch up here. Just press that down and it pulls out just like that. To store that away underneath the first flap here, you tuck it in on the left side and then lay it down along there and you can store it away. If you need extra storage, lift up farther and you have that extra storage there, because there is no spare tire because you come standard with those run flat tires. Now, carpet mats are going to be a standard. Right now, the rubber mats are installed in the front and not the carpets. At the back, there's another 12-volt converter over here if you need to use it, as well as a hook that you can have. And that's everything you need to know about the trunk space. Moving into the vehicle, starting at the back seats, no matter what, you're going to come standard with your own climate control system, so you can set the temperature in the back seats, as well as these two USB-C charging ports. You can see this one is the Decor Red Saints-Tech leather on the inside, and you're going to have rubber mats installed. Now, if you want to adjust the seats in the back, there is a lever on either side. This one will do the 60 split on the driver's side. Passenger side will do the 40 split, and the 20 is in the center right here. You can also bring this down and you get access to your cup holders. Now, if you want to adjust your headrest, there is a small button on the side. You can pull up, push the button to disengage it, and then there's a lever, the side here for height. Push that in and it will do the height up and down. Before I hop into the driver's seat, it's a little easier to access it back here, but your headrest can move forward. Press this button in, headrest move forward. Same thing, it's got the locking mechanism here to go up and down on the headrest. Press and you bring the headrest back. Before I get into the driver's seat, please note you do have blind spot monitoring on your mirror, as well as auto dimming and heated mirrors, so the snow will melt off it in the winter time. If this lights up orange, somebody's in your blind spot. Moving inside the vehicle, you have all of your control buttons on your left on the door panel, so your central door lock, your seat settings, as well as another trunk release button and your mirror control. So if this is pushed to the left, driver's mirror will be adjusted with this button. Push to the right, passenger mirror will be adjusted. Now, your mirror does have a function. When you go into reverse, it will automatically tilt down so you can see the curb. If this small button is pushed to the right, that is deactivated. If you want it to activate, push that to the left. You also have your manual mirror fold in right here. You can do a manual, or you can have it set to do it when it locks. Your window controls, as well as your child safety at the back. Now, when you are setting your seats, just move your seat into its desired position, come back over and hit set, and then the number that you want to. Now, each vehicle will have a driver profile to a maximum of 2 driver profiles. All these settings save to each driver profile, so you don't have to worry about, seat ones for the wife, seat ones for the 2 for the husband. Each profile has 2 seat settings saves, so you don't have to worry about that. I recommend before you even try setting any of your settings, the first thing you need to do when you enter into your vehicle is sign up with your driver profile, log in so that once you adjust all of your settings, it saves into that driver profile. You set all of your settings, you log into your driver profile, your settings that you just set will be wiped back to default. So make sure you log into your driver profile first thing you do when you get inside the vehicle. Moving on to the inside, you have your light control switch. I recommend just leaving it on auto. If you need to dim the interior lights, you can do that. You have a storage compartment right here. Before we even get into the inside, let's take a look at the engine bay. So if you ever need to get in there, you're going to pull this lever twice and your hood's going to pop open. Nice thing with BMW, we do include 3 years, 60,000 included service, so you don't have to be worried about oil changes or anything like that. The main thing I want to touch on is if you run out of washer fluid in the wintertime, blue cap right here is where you top it up. And if you feel like boosting anybody and being a good Samaritan, this is your positive terminal right here, and your negative is right down here. All right, now let's move back onto the inside. Before we get any farther, let's talk about setting your seat. So how you adjust your seat, this is going to be the backrest. This one is the height of the seat. And this one is the pitch of the forward seat. You can see it moving here. And then forward, backwards. Lumbar support is out or in, up and down. Okay, now sitting in. Left side of your turn signal is going to be your BC button and your automatic high beam function. So BC will cycle through the widgets on your display screen. Between this gauge cluster and the other gauge cluster, it does the same effect where it just cycles through the information. So with BC, you can see it cycling through the information. If you have the full digital gauge cluster, it will cycle through different information. And then click this A to activate your automatic high beam function. Now, cruise control is on your left. This button will turn on your cruise control, and then you can use the controls for it. It also turns off cruise control as well. Infotainment system on the right, you can scroll through the menus into what station. This one will just be like next station, and volume, as well as cell phone. And this will be like source, so you don't want to depend on which source you want. If your cell phone will pop up there, and your microphone or BMW Assistant, you can click that, and your BMW Assistant will ask you how it can help. You can also activate that just by saying hello BMW, but you do have to engage that in the iDrive settings. Your standard heated steering wheel button will be right here. Click that on for your heated steering wheel. and your windshield wipers, one toggle for automatic, and your back one for the rear glass, pull forward for the front spray. Your infotainment system will be the same, either whether you have the full digital gauge cluster or not. iDrive 7 is your standard, so once again, link at the top of the screen down below for the full iDrive 7 tutorial. I'm just going to walk you through the buttons. Your hazard, this is going to be your quick into your safety system, so you can configure individual or you can just have them all on. You can set that to each driver profile. Your climate control, heated seats, setting up your heat, your fan speed, your 1 through 8s. One thing I love about this is you can set your 1 through 8s. So I usually set 1 as home, 2 as work, 3 as my radio presets. And then coming down, you have a cover here to go over your cup holders. You have a USB port in there as well as a 12-volt converter right here. You have the new transmission controller, unlock to go back, reverse, park, traction control. You can manually turn on your proximity sensors if you want to see what's around you. When you go into reverse, it will automatically pull this up, plus your rear view camera. Engine start stop button to turn it on. Sport, comfort, eco mode, you can click those at any time. You can reduce your speed going down a hill, speed limit basically. Automatic brake hold, and your electronic parking brake. Your iDrive controller with the short keys, as well as it is a touch screen as well. So you can just touch screen on the infotainment system, unless you got one of them that had the current touchscreen restriction. Now moving up, if you have the universal garage door opener, you'll have the buttons here to program that in. For your sunroof, to activate your sunroof, your control will be right here. Pressing up will vent it. Pressing up again will close the venting. If the sunshade is open, clicking this again will open it. If not, it will move the sunshade back. Clicking it forward will close it. First it closes the sunroof, and then if you click it again, it will close the full sunshade. And then your XOS button if you need to call roadside assistance. Then on the inside of the center console, you also have another USB-C charging port. And that is your virtual delivery guide on the LCI BMW X3. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're my customer, I'll see you on delivery day. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel for all my other content as well as my giveaways. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.